Oh, day 182, just about approaching the halfway mark on this journey. I've been having some weird mixed emotions recently. I'm just like, I'll get rushes of excitement where I'm just really loving what I'm doing. And then, I don't know, I've just been a little bit like, what am I doing? So the goalposts have changed quite a bit. I mean, I've not got these 33 ready. The concepts are there, it's all there in my mind. And I guess, am I trying to get, what's the purpose here? Am I trying to get 100 businesses kind of startups started, or am I trying to teach people all the different options that there are available? And I guess it's really the latter. It's mainly teaching people all of the different ways by showing by example, but just in a really simple way so people can copy those blueprints. But yeah, I've been thinking, God, am I trying to do too much? Probably, but then again, I need to do something kind of different and quirky to gain some traction. Because the Google AdWords call disappointed me, actually. I did talk about it the other day, but the guy, no, he just wasn't very enthusiastic and was almost like just saying, oh, you need to spend like, I think it was about, by his calculations, about £160 a day. And he was quite a bit forceful, really. He was kind of like saying, oh, well, you'll have to wait like 4 months to get a customer if you're only, because I just said, look, I just want to start the £10 a day. One, because the budget's tight at the minute, but number two, that's how you do it. You don't go and blast off 10 grand on the ads, and you'll just waste a load of money, because you need to start this thing so you can then, first of all, check that everything's working fine, and then you can start to see how many traffics how your traffic increases, what those new people do once they've clicked into your site. Are they converting to customers, etc.? So yeah, I think he thought that I was like new to the AdWords, and I guess I'm new back to it. We'll get away from the road, and but I do understand the science of it, and you need to continue to work at it and play off A/B split testing, etc. But yeah, I was just a little bit disappointed, because I was like, I thought I was going to get this going and get some traffic into the 4 a.m. club and happy days. But he kind of, yeah, I mean, their job, I suppose, is to really maximize what people are spending. But he was kind of saying I needed to match my budget to all of the searches in the UK to capture them all. But really, you don't, because you just need to capture some to be able to optimize it. So, yeah, just a few mixed emotions of late, coming to the halfway mark, maybe because of that. It's not. It's just really hard creating things from nothing, especially when you're doing it largely alone, and you've got. Yeah, I mean, I had a family. I'm doing this because I had a baby boy in January. I turned baby boy in January, and February I turned 40, and I'd always had that thing in my head. I was like, I'll be a millionaire by 40, and yeah, pretty much the opposite when I turned 40. So that was a bit disappointing, if I'm honest. And yeah, it was just that day when I did the first video on the June the 1st. I think a few other things happened as well. Like, I was just looking around and just bored of the nonsense on the internet, and also went to a wedding and just met loads of like cool people and old people that I'd grown up with, and it just made me. And then some chats happened about, yeah, different projects and things, and got me excited. And I was just like, God, I guess because a lot of these people I've known for a lot of years, it was just evident how many years like we've been around now, and how well skilled and experienced many of those people are. And yeah, just really good chat. So, yeah, having a baby boy January, 40 February. I think the wedding was March, and then just bored of the internet being so cluttered. And then I just had that day at the cafe, and I was really enjoying the cafe, but it was just a bit of a. It was very rare that there was a bad day, and it wasn't a bad day. It just didn't really. It just wasn't really flowing, and I was just like, you know what, like I don't just want to survive. Like, I've definitely had successes. I've definitely learned a lot of lessons. I'm always researching, always reading, always learning. I'm passionate about business freedom, finance, investing. And I just love to teach. I love to learn, and I love to teach. I've just got to channel all this into something. And yeah, I just started leaning against the wall on that day one, not really caring about views. It was more just to try and get out where I was at and try and carve out a direction. So like half a year in, end of November, nearly, well, you know, pretty much. Yeah, I suppose a lot of progress has been made because I do have a good 40 websites, you know, all set up. I can deploy new ideas very, very quickly, and that's good. It's just the filling in of the content is something that's just taken more time than I thought, even though I'm not really doing much content. But all the text there, really, software and the tools. I've got lists of different tools and software, which I've mentioned, which I'm excited to get into and pull in and test some of these things as well. But the core of it's there. And yeah, it's just been a bit weird talking to, I've said in a video before, be careful who you talk to. And I guess I've talked to a few people. I just haven't had any buzz of excitement back, which I guess was one of my problems in the past. I'll probably talk a little bit too much without things, without something actually made. It would just be in my mind, and I would get very excited in my mind. I'd talk to people, and yeah, people are like, oh great, yeah, you know, then nobody's going to see it how you do. So the Dip by Seth Godin we keep mentioning as well. I might go back and reread that because I feel like I've hit a little bit of a dip before things really take off. I do really believe like this year was all about setting up the foundations, and then next year is going to be about growth. It's going to really start to take off and grow. So I guess it's deciding what to do with this remaining month of December for this year. So I'm going to just spend a day or two thinking about that. I've got to get a few more things sorted for the AdWords to be able to run, which I said the other day was good again because I'm pushing forward with all of the departments, you know, the sales, the marketing, everything, operations, finances, and I mean, all that's been set up. The accounting software's been set up. We've got spreadsheets, automation, the type forms. There's quite a few sites that are really just ready to be finished off and that are there. And I'm loving all the business models because I'm naming them really exciting things, like the challenge business model is the 4 a.m. combined with the community and something else. So words that engage with people, not just boring business terms, business to consumer and all this stuff. So yeah, mixed emotions, I guess, today of where I'm at. Am I on track? Am I going in the right direction? Is this going to be useful to people? I'm sure it is, but it's just today I'm just like, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just crazy. I think you do have to be crazy to start businesses, like many businesses like this online. And yeah. So yeah, I'm going to just take a bit of reflection time today and tomorrow, and just try and really tap in and tune into what the next steps are for the company. Because there's different ways I can take it. Focusing on a handful, focusing on one, focusing on them all. We'll see, and we'll let you know. Okay.